So we're just gonna capture some stuff, right?
Yeah.
While we're yabbering, and you were just watching me knock a quick game out when I was minding my own business.
Yeah.
And just take me through a bit of that game. What happened?
You were getting flanked, and at one point in that flank, your engine died.
No, that's true. My engine did that. I was in
You're in a 30.
VK 3001H.
3001.
One of those snappy named ones.
Yeah.
It's a VK tank as well, which means you don't like it.
Which means I don't like it.
Don't like it.
Your base was being captured. You had to trundle along
with my broken engine, 12 miles an hour. I got the full reset.
You got a full reset on both the tanks. So, and one of your friends, I think, came back and helped you destroy one of the other tanks.
Then you held your breath while the M7
it was staring at you.
Just staring
and you
at
weren't
you.
clicking, but you were cursored over for probably 4 or 5 seconds. I'm like, why aren't you not shooting?
Because I was reloading.
It wasn't. It was green.
Oh, was it? Oh, well, I'm colorblind.
Oh, that's right.
Shit, you're a dick. I can never remember. Like, why is it that our game has a colorblind setting?
But the ring isn't.
Yeah, no, hold this. No, do it. So why is it?
Oh, that really was tight.
Yeah, why is it that we have a colorblind setting which changes everything except the targeting,
the important part?
the timer, and whether you can penetrate, and whether it's fully loaded. So as a colorblind guy, I have to keep looking at the numbers, and then I have to look at the numbers, and I have to go, is it a green number or a red number? Is it going up? Is it going down? What's it doing? So yeah, the M7 sort of had me banged to rights, and I was on like 91 hit points.
Yeah, you were 90.
90 hit points. You were doomed. But and then you started going, you could lose this. Your team could lose this.
Because the grill on the other team was just absolutely destroying
the grill
everybody.
was. Hang on, let me show a quick check. Bones tank. Bones tank, not bone stank. Bone stank. Sort of. I mean, yeah. So he was watching the grill, and then you could see the FV304, the enemy one. And
yeah.
You could see our one that was in the town square, and we had a KV2 trundling up there. We had it in the bag.
It looked good.
And you were going, oh, it looks good. And I was there going farcically. I said, well, I'll go across the entire map at 12 miles an hour, and I'll go help Cal. And it was a T-67.
Yep.
Oh, we had a little nippy T-67, and he came zipping around, and he found their FV304, and we thought, great, we're in. And then you went, where's the grill?
Couldn't see it.
It hadn't been spotted.
It hadn't been spotted. The
No.
T-67 at its placement probably should have seen him.
Oh, I'm with you. So,
But
it was because the T-67 was like super close, and somehow didn't clip it.
I think the grill was in a divot.
Yeah, he's in that because he was in A0.
Yeah, he was in A0.
No one could see him. And so I was just trundling across the map going, oh, well, it's all over. I wouldn't worry about it. Next thing you know, boom, KV2
who's rolling up to our base to keep protection, just destroyed.
It just destroyed.
Gone.
Yeah.
And it was the grill again.
Yeah, it was the grill again. And then we had an M3 Lee.
Full health.
Full health. Our M3 Lee, which we talked about earlier
Yeah.
on the thing. And the Lee goes right up to the grill, like point blank, and shoots him and kills him.
Destroys it.
Destroys it. And the FV304 comes trundling up behind it. And I was giggling because I was going,
Oh, it's full health.
well, what the hell's the FV304 going to do? You're going to fire a ping pong ball at it?
Kaboom.
And one shot.
Kaboom.
I still don't know how he did that.
Neither did Chat. Chat was like, wow.
So I want to know how an FV304 one shots. And he TD'd it.
He TD'd it. Yeah, he was TD mode engaged.
So he must have known, or maybe he was just super lucky.
He could have had heat on. He could have had a heat round.
I don't know. Is the Lee really bad with heat?
If it
I
was
don't
from
even
behind.
know.
If it was from behind.
Does the 304 even carry heat?
I actually don't know.
No, I think he might just have that ping bullet. So now we're down to there's one FV304.
And you
Me
going
at 12 miles an hour, and we have an FV304.
Yeah.
And then you're there going, well, where do you go? And I only had one answer: trundle very slowly towards the base.
Yeah.
Very slowly. And you were there going, it's gonna be an FV304
versus FV304 match.
Yeah, because you gave me no credit that I was going to
You
make
had 90 hit points. And
I had 90 hit points for 8 minutes on the
battlefield. The 304
battlefield.
had just shotgunned an M3 Lee. I'm
That is
expecting
true.
your 90 HP is gone.
What do you think would happen if you rammed me?
He would have died.
He would have died.
He would have died.
He would have died. But because he was on like I think half health at that point.
Yeah.
And then right at the last minute, boom,
Our FV304.
our everyone told him, and you were doing just giggling because you were pointing out that the two top-rated enemy team were both artillery, and that the grill was a monster.
Yes, the grill was a monster. I mean, that's ridiculous. he had 1,600 damage and four destructions.
But I mean, but you're not a big TD player.
No.
So how do you, I mean, what do you? I mean, isn't that cool to you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's cool in regard. Like, that's a carry and a half.
That is a carry and a half. So what? So I ended up second highest damage, 1,800 damage.
It wasn't bad because you were handicapped probably halfway through that match with your engine.
I was blitzed.
Yeah.
So that was rough. And I don't usually drive that tank. This is a VK tank. And this is because I'm trying to figure out. Actually, I don't even know. Can you just find out how many RT I got on that account? I think this is my drinking.
On this account?
Yeah, this is my drinking account. Because it's got the. Oh, you should talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Take it off Germany. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that button was there.
Yeah, reset.
Reset filters.
You have one.
One. Oh, is that just the?
Oh, that's just tier 10. Do you want something?
Yeah,
else?
no, tier everything.
3.
I got 3 on that one. So I got the tier 10
you have
French.
The Bishop OP.
I got the Bishop OP.
304 OP.
Oh no, put premiums on as well. I got the leaf blower.
No, you don't have that.
No, you've only got 5 on the. I've not have the leaf blower on that one?
No, you only have.
God, I'm the world's worst. What are my tier 10s on that account? Just general tier 10s.
57 in the bench.
Oh yes, that's the line where I did the 57.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that's my auto loader line. So that's all pretty groovy. But you were also moaning at my graphic settings.
This is ridiculous. Like I know what your computer has in it, and these are probably the medium settings.
Yeah, they're super low. So I should explain to the faithful about the camera's still in that corner. So I do a couple of things when I play. First, I play on a very wide screen, which no one else here does. In fact, when I first came here, I had to go buy a widescreen because they wanted me to play on their silly screens, and I can't. I have to play on the widescreen. And I don't have my decent keyboard, and I don't have my mouse, so I'm really, really upset when I play. I can't play on his machine. Like, his machine makes me emotionally upset, and it's very disturbing. But I also have to play on the graphic settings that I've always played on, so I don't know what other people like, but here's what I do. I whack everything down to the ground, apart from draw distance, which I throw out as far as I can get away with. Foliage goes as far down as I can get it. Special effects. It goes, would you like sniper nonsense when you're... No, I wouldn't. How about tracks? No. And the reason I'm doing that is I need as little things moving as possible. And I need things to be as obvious as possible because of the colorblindness. I need to be able to see what's going. And when I play it with the smoke and the things, I can't see the tanks because I can't see the outlines. And so I have to have everything right down, which means every person who comes to my house to play tanks gives me crap about my graphic settings. But because I've got a wide monitor, there's a little hidden setting that you can do for POV. And you can change the percentages that it shows. So I've got like a fisheye lens at home, so I can see slightly more of the tanks than everyone else. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's very distressing for people like Meathead.
Yeah, because I play full HD client, maximum settings.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
because you're special like that.
It looks pretty.
It does look pretty, but not for me. That's just so. Everyone gives me crap, and I really can't play if it's not my machine. Like, I'm terrible at, so I don't play my normal account at work because I don't like this mouse, I don't like the keyboard. And I also, when I go to someone else's house, I have to play my drinking account. Or I actually got asked about my accounts. I should do them in order. So I got my normal account, which is my beloved account, which I spend all my money on because I'm an idiot. And then I have my drinking account. That's this account here. It's just called my drinking account. It's the one I do when Matchmaker's being a pig and horrible. You know how Matchmaker is.
Oh yeah, well, I've rage quit because of Matchmaker.
We so need to make a Matchmaker puppet.
And that just destroys everything.
It just turns up rages. It's so my drinking account when Matchmaker's being a pig or I've been drinking.
That makes sense.
Then I have my free account. That's the account where I don't spend any money. So I can live through the pain of going, game's really hard and very, very grindy. And then I have my wargaming account, which was an old account. It used to be called my experimental account. And it was the one where I would just do any line, any crazy tank I wanted with do total disregard to my stats. And I had to convert one across when I joined, so I converted that one across.
which has all the loony tanks that got me banned.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I actually got banned from our own game for
Yep.
taking the loony tanks out.
There's a reason why emails go out saying, please do not take these tanks out.
And now they go, Paul,
You're
you
never getting
in
this.
particular are never allowed to take those tanks out, so I don't have to do that. And then I have my European account.
Are you European?
I am European, and we get a free European account. It's very socialist. And so that's what I've got. But that's all my accounts. And for the people who are asking, the EULA has been changed.
It has been changed.
You can have multiple accounts, and I was instrumental in getting it changed. Because you were there when I did it. And
I was there, and I was like, you're not allowed to have that. And you're like, time to change.
Yeah, so we did a video, one of our early videos, and I brought it up in the early video. And it got banned. Like, we got censored. And they said, oh, you're not allowed extra accounts. So I did that most stupid thing. I said,
Well, why not?
why not? And no one could give a good answer. They were like,
I just have one account.
now, you're on a very special chair.
I am on a very special
What can you
chair.
tell us about
Do you
this
want me to
chair?
unveil what's
I
on
think
the
you
back
should
of this
unveil
chair?
the chair. First, it's not my chair, and it's not your chair.
It's not. I wish it was my chair.
Oh,
I
do you
wish-
want one of these?
I would love to have one of
We
these.
have one of these
I would love one of these.
over there.
But it's not mine.
Oh no, I can make that chair yours. I have that power.
But I want this at like home. I want to be
Oh.
streaming in this chair.
Well, then in that case, you should unmask the chair.
Should I unmask
Yeah,
it?
unmask the chair. What you got?
Look at this. This is not like cheap.
It's not glued on.
This has been sewn in.
Is it on the back as well, or is it just on the front?
What?
What's going on there?
What? Like, how do I get myself one of these?
I can probably get you. Now, just to be fair, I mean, is it actually comfortable?
Okay, so for like a bigger guy like myself,
He said unashamedly.
these chairs need to take a little love and care.
Right.
My thighs will actually push this down a
Oh,
little
hang on,
bit.
let me get it in the video.
It'll start flattening it out that
So
way.
you start thigh pushing.
You start thigh
Well,
pushing.
that's because how many leg days do you do?
It depends. Definitely one a week, one in a 7-day period, sometimes two.
So I want to ask you a question. If you do so many leg days in that, why are you always pointing out how you're not thin?
Because I'm not.
Is it just muscle now?
Do you know how much weight I've gained since I've started working here almost 3 years ago?
I don't know. Can weight be counted in awesome?
I wish.
Go on.
40
40
pounds.
40.
40. I've gained 40 pounds. Since I've
40
been out here.
pounds. Now in England, that's not bad. You could almost buy like a console game for 40 pounds.
It's a pounds joke. Anybody wants
It's
to?
it's a English currency gag,
Oh boy.
especially. Now, when are you putting together our podcast?
I'm putting it together.
Well, you said you were going to do it. Like people said
No,
it.
I
in
didn't
the...
say I was gonna do it. I said it would be nice if we had
Yeah, well,
one.
that's tacit approval for doing it.
That's like, I agree. We should have one of those.
So a quick-
Someone else should create it.
Quick test. Are you a manager?
Yes. By trade, I have managerial
No,
skills.
no. Are you a manager here?
No.
Are you part of the executive?
No.
Right. Only the executive is allowed to whimsically say, we should do something and then not have to do it. Like Jake, he's allowed to say that. Oh, hang on. Michael's
Sorry,
here.
when are you putting together the podcast?
You, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, we just talked about this.
No, we
You
didn't
said
just
you
talk
were gonna
about
do
this.
it.
Yeah, see? You're on the hook for that, sunshine.
I have no idea how to talk for 30 minutes.
I don't know, you're doing quite well right now. I'm only up to 13. this might be the proto podcast. So, how do you think Tank Tuesday's going?
I like Tank Tuesday. I think it's another outlet for us to express our tankerisms. Like, we're tankers. It allows us to let players know that don't necessarily follow everything, that we inside this company do in fact play World of Tanks.
So, I much preferred the one we just did than. So, I didn't like the first one, the Berlin one,
Yeah, neither did I.
because it was nice to get together, but evil monetization guy had told us we could only talk about the Berlin Quartet, which is a little rough. He's an island right now, but he's earned it.
He has.
The monetization guy's
I-
earned it. No, I want to do the joke again.
I know. I read it in the...
And then we did the French line again because they wanted us to bring up the
Yes.
on track. And then you and I and Mike, we all put our foot down this time and we said we were not going to do any talking about any event. We just want to talk about tanks.
It's true.
So I liked this one more than I liked the others.
I do. I'm excited to see how folks react to it on Tuesday.
So we still have Stan in it,
Yes.
Mr. H.E.,
Yep.
but we have a new person.
Correct. We do have one new person. I'm not going to unveil that person
Oh, is it secret?
until Tuesday.
But I have wanted him to do something on camera forever.
This is true. You have been trying to get him on
Yeah,
camera.
he's an employee, but he's super passionate. He knows his tanks. He's like an encyclopedia. He really cares, and he's got no sense of moderation.
No.
So that's quite good.
No filter is definitely
Yeah, not in a bad way.
not in a bad way. No.
Passionate about his tanks.
It's definitely a boxing title, like no filter.
So what are we going to do about you and the amount of tanks you have? Because are you having to widen your net?
I will probably have to start playing tanks lines that I've never touched before.
So is that what you play on your live stream?
No, I play tanks I enjoy playing on my live stream.
Do you platoon on your live stream?
I do platoon on my live stream.
So how does somebody get to platoon with you?
You're watching the
Right.
stream. Just send a message. Usually I'll be like, all right, if anybody wants to platoon, just send me an in-game message. And then...
Are you one of those people who then has like hundreds of the boxes flashing underneath
no,
you?
surprisingly, that's very few. There's maybe like 6.
Oh, are they all cowardly?
No.
Or do they see how bad you are?
They see how bad I am.
Oh, what is your win rate?
52...
52, yeah.
31...
Stan, for all his I only shoot HE, I went and looked.
48.
48. So, yeah, see how that HE plan's working out for you.
Exactly.
So, how do you then pick? So they send you a flashy note and they go, hey,
So-
Meathead, pick me.
So 6 people send it in.
Please tell me you platoon with the guy who keeps calling you Senpai or whatever. Senpai, Simple.
Senpai?
That guy. Does
There's
he
a few
talk?
people that call me that.
But I mean, is that like the secret word to get in?
It's not.
No? That would be awesome.
It's not the secret word. No, I'll go to like random.org and I'll type in like 1 to 6 and then I'll just randomly pick.
You don't just roll a dice.
That is rolling the dice.
Or just pick.
I don't
That's
just
not
pick.
rolling a dice. It's going to random.
Because I don't want people to feel like there's favoritisms or anything going on. I don't want to. I exclude people who have already like platoon with.
Oh,
me or
like you
something.
keep like a little list?
I keep a mental list.
Right, okay, so let me just go through the things you're not allowed to talk about and you think because it would be like, I mean, what do you do when do you check their stats?
No, not at all. I don't care. What your
So
stats
what
are.
do you do when you log in? You're there. Do they want to go to voice chat?
No, when I'm streaming, I like to just keep it with the chat and stream.
So if they're in game, are they text chatting to you?
Yeah, it's text chatting.
Okay, right. So what do you do when you do in there and you like, what do you do? Pick your IS-6? What do you roll?
I let the 2 people that are platooning pick the tanks because I don't want to
Get
have
the
to.
hell out!
Yeah, I don't want to have to.
So they get to pick and you have to match.
Yeah.
And then, how hard is it for you to kick someone for like just what are the sins? What gets you off Meathead's platoon? What gets you blacklisted?
I mean, like just general being like angry, like
Angry, right?
berating me, and
Or I suppose swearing if they log in and they start
swearing,
using crazy
yeah,
language.
racism, harassment, like
Yeah.
things like that.
But is it possible for them to get banned because of their how good they are?
No,
So if they're terrible, you'll still platoon.
absolutely. There's no reason not to.
And how many have been good?
Everybody's been at least average. Most of them are better than I am.
Oh, that's quite disappointing. And then, because of course the downside of platooning is you got to keep playing even when you're dead. You can't do anything till they get
So I
out.
like to do the commentary. Like if someone's still alive in the platoon,
Right.
I'll press V to X out the HUD,
Right.
and then I'll just do a little play-by-play of what they're doing.
And so, when you're playing, I think it's just standard randoms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And-
I thought about doing on specific nights doing training rooms so that more people can just come in.
Training rooms, get you.
Yeah.
Do you like, so with all my randoms, I switch off everything except the default one.
Oh, assault mode is completely gone.
I-
I don't ever want to play assault.
There's-
When I platoon with somebody in the office, I won't make anybody's name.
You won't embarrass, you won't shame
I
them.
won't shame anybody, but there are certain folks in here who enjoy assault mode. It's just not my cup of tea at all.
Well, there's 3, right? There's
There's assault, encounter, and
and I just play encounter. I play I have a
what's the
base.
third one?
You have
There's
a.
assault,
I don't
it's
know.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Stupid,
Yeah, there it is.
rubbish,
Yeah.
terrible. I switch them all off except 15 versus 15. You've each got a base
Yeah.
because there's a defense one,
Yeah, that's
Is that
assault.
encounter?
That's assault.
right?
Defense is assault, and and I hate that with an
Yeah,
undying
and
passion.
then
there's
there-
one with just one
There's
cat.
one with just one cat,
I
which
can't remember what that's called.
it's called Blitz.
No,
Because
it's
that's
not.
how because that's how tanks.
Let's
go
just pretend
Blitz.
it's called Blitz. Why can't I? I'm having a brain fart right now.
Well, I don't have to remember it because it's switched off. Oh, and I tell you what, when I platoon with someone and they're in charge of the platoon, and they don't have that switched off.
Oh, I'm never not in charge.
Oh, you're never not in charge.
No.
You're always
Because what
commander.
I do, I also on stream, I do countdowns. So people in chat who didn't get picked, or the people that are trying to try to hop into the game that we're
Oh,
going
so
into.
well, hang on. For the people who don't know, countdowns is where you all agree that there's some sort of magic where if you all press the battle button at the same time, magically you'll all be in the
People
same
do
battle.
it all the time. I've gotten people in chat in the games.
So you're rigging the game.
Not rigging.
What
No.
if they're on the opposite side?
Then some of them will say like, I've stopped the stream until after this battle.
What?
They'll honor system and not stream.
Oh, so they just tell you they've stopped.
Yeah, but I trust them. I trust the internet.
Are they part of the Meathead family?
Yeah, it's the part of the militia.
The militia. You get little badges.
I would love a badge.
Why don't marketing
Or
get on
stickers
that?
like.
Are we really gonna get your like crazy head stuck on a tank?
Folks in the community have already created the mod for it, but they want like an actual one.
Yeah, but so can you download the mod?
I can download the mod, and I think it takes over the clover, and then it puts my face there.
You should so have that on your
I
streamy
am not
tank.
a narcissistic person. I would never roll around in my tank with my head on the side.
And I hear you were asked about cosplay.
Cosplay, yes.
So-
Someone had asked if it would be okay for them to cosplay as me. And in my head, I'm like, sure. And then as I sat down, I was like, I wear a t-shirt, a hoodie, and shorts. I have spectacles and a beard. I guess that's cosplay.
You also have a large bald spot.
I do.
You don't. That's so mean. No, I'm going to get that on video right now. Just get
Oh,
justice.
no,
on this.
don't
you're
do
fine.
that,
Look, you're
don't.
fine. No, you're fine. Look, see, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. And just to show you, look at that. Look at that there. There's no love there. But you do have a puppet.
I do have a puppet.
Yeah, this is good. And I have a puppet as well, but mine came from several years ago. Warhammer. I had a Warhammer puppet.
Yep.
Which is kind of.
I think mine looks better.
Uh,
Infinitely better.
Yeah, well, yours also has two people controlling it, so it's significantly stronger than my puppet. and I don't even remember why I had mine. But
I
I've
think
got,
you were. Didn't you go on vacation and they needed to use?
well, that's the same gag we had with you, right?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a gag. I found out.
We'll be somewhere soon. You just found out. July, right? Where are we going to be? Where are you
I
going to
don't
be?
know, but I was told that I was going somewhere.
Is it San Diego?
San Diego. Yes, that's right. For something. That's,
Something
it's
that we
not
don't
Comic-Con.
know.
It's not Comic-Con.
But it's like Meathead.
What's up with that, by the way?
Meathead. Meathead.
Meathead.
Meathead.
Meathead.
Meathead. Oh, we should just get badges with that on. That's like a world of joy. I'm a big fan. Also, we should confess to the YouTubers that the repair on the Stug failed.
The glue did not stick.
The glue did not, which it had one job.
It had one job and it failed at.
Had one job, didn't make it. So yes, glue didn't stick. Stug still broken. I blame. Who should we blame?
I blame the glue company for
Well-
making faulty glue.
It can't possibly be the way you put the glue on, right?
No, I put a liberal.
Liberal. Well, that's it. No one likes liberals. That's what the voting's proved. That's never gonna.
I put a healthy amount.
A healthy.
People like health. Most people like most people
No,
like the thought
unless
of
it's
health.
privatized.
most people like the health. But yeah, the glue didn't stick.
No, the glue didn't stick. Never mind.
The Stug skirts are in fact off.
On the other hand, did we change your title today?
We did change my title.
So you became Grand Poobah of Greatness. Which is
Grand
an in
Poobah.
joke.
Can I-
That's an in joke just for you and me. No
Yeah,
one
it
will
is.
understand. It's quite
It
good.
is.
And you got to witness the lunacy of how we changed titles.
Yes.
So your glorious leader and my glorious leader dragged you into a room on your own where he pretended you were in serious trouble.
Yes, with a straight face behind you.
With a
It was
straight
really good.
and,
pretty
and
good.
and he's got a killer face. He's a
does.
stone cold killer when he does
Oh,
that.
He was just. We've just been reprimanded. by HQ.
I can believe that. Now you don't play Blitz at all,
I don't. These hands just don't do well with.
but I play it on that machine in Win 10
Why not just play World of Tanks?
because then I get mouse and keyboard against little tiny tanks with little kids who are using their fingers on phones. It's
You're
great.
an evil, mean human being.
Hey, I hunt T-29s and destroy them.
Just because you're not good at something doesn't mean you should be mean.
I'm not sure about that at all.
What other tanks do you not enjoy playing? Like, what tank were you so excited to get because
Well,
other people were really good at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Don't
this.
get the camera. Don't get the camera. So we'll go to the tech tree and have a play on the tech tree.
Alright, we're out.
Are you off?
Yep.
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Okay, you don't need to look at the tech tree because I can talk to you about it while I look at the tech tree. So when I first played, I was very nationalistic. I did the British line.
Typical.
Well, I think a lot of people do that. Like they pick their nation line.
I definitely didn't pick the American line.
Well, you didn't know any better. You pick yeah. So people are very nationalistic, and the British line. You've never played tanks before. The British line. It's not a bad line, but it is completely and utterly insane. Every tank is different, and every tank doesn't bother to build on the experience of the tank before, and some of them are dreadful. But at least there are some. So I used to use the 2-pounder, little Universal Carrier 2-pounder. I used to drive that around. I used to jump between that and the T18, my beautiful T18. They were the two I used to play a lot. And then when I finally moved forward, I jumped over the cruisers, which is a terrible mistake. I went back and fixed that. I love my Cruiser 4. It's one of my favourite tanks. And I decided in my madness that I was going to do the British heavy line because I thought, oh, heavies are where it's at, which is like talk about leading yourself down a dark alley. So Churchill 1 really didn't work out too well. Jumps to the Churchill 7, and I thought, and then I free XP'd past the Churchill 7.
You didn't like it?
No, because I wanted the Black Prince because it's got a cool name.
I hate the Black Prince.
And thereby you hit the problem. And so I ended up going the Black Prince. It's a coin toss tank. Right map, right tiering. You zigzag with your brick and your gun and you have a good time. Anything else, death. And that then brought to an end my British adventure because I was miserable. And I carved across and I did Russia. And that was a much, much better line. And
Pretty user friendly.
yeah, I got into the TDs for a little bit, but then it all happened when I got my KV1. And the KV1...
Yeah, you sure do love that KV1.
I do love my KV1. And the KV1 set me free. And I suddenly thought, oh, this brawling... Because I was terrified of heavies. I was absolutely terrified of them. I used to go around in my little scouts and my mediums, and then when I'd go in a match with great big heavy tanks in, I don't know what that is. I remember the first time I saw... What's that Russian TD? The SU thingy-bob? SU-14-1. I saw that's like the size of 7 buses, and it's got a gun, longer than a really long thing. It would be snappy if I said it, and just enormously terrifying. And I really didn't know what to do, and I sort of mushed around, and then I started. I'm a wave unlocker. I like do everything at tier 3, then everything at tier 4. Then everything.
That's brutal.
Well, because I don't know what it's something about it just makes me do it. And then when I get to about tier 5, I pick one to drill.
Okay.
And so I have to wave unlock. And so the first one I actually went massively on was it was a Russian TD. I wanted the BL-10. I wanted the ISU 152 with the death gun. Like I really, really wanted that tank. And it's a work of beauty. Sit in a bush. Wait. It was
I like how you're doing the detonator like it's a stick of dynamite.
Dead. It reminded me of the KV2 because I love the KV2. You could turn a corner, you see a KV2.
What do you
There's
got there?
a white flash.
What's that? What do you got right there?
What, this?
Yeah.
My inhaler for yet more of my broken body. Colorblind, dyslexic, deaf at the top 30 hearing.
That thing needs
asthmatic.
a World of Tanks sticker on it.
Like that there. Got a little counter. It's got my win rate. On my
It keeps going up.
Yeah, my lung just keeps going up. Yeah, so I played that. I got into heavies. I got into lots and lots of heavies. I got into brawler heavies. I made a tragic mistake and bought the Panther, which is first not a heavy. Then I got my Tiger, because you have to get the Tiger.
The Tiger 1.
So I got the Tiger 1. It's dreadful.
It's not dreadful. It's probably okay.
Hang on.
All right.
It's dreadful. Stock, dreadful, flat like a big Volvo, awful. So I got the Tiger P.
I hate that thing, by the way.
So the Tiger
Like facing it. I hate facing that.
So the Tiger P and me got on better, and my Tiger was like a supreme disappointment. Then I got the Tiger 2, and I realized the Tiger 1 can't be that bad because the Tiger 2 is abysmally bad for it was buffed. And I sat on my Tigers forever, and then all of a sudden one day I was playing, and I must have played some other tanks, like, I don't know, 2,000 battles had gone by. And I came back and I played my Tiger, and all of a sudden it was a monster. All of a sudden everything had clicked, and the idea of, well, use that 88, you know, bully when you're top tier, stay back when you're not, angle the armor but not too much, you know, lay down the smack from a distance, make sure you've got a fire extinguisher. And overnight, my attitude to the Tiger completely changed, and it became, I think for about 2 months, my most played tank. I just played the hell out of my Tiger. And it's got beautiful camo as well.
Oh my god, the camos on
Camo
it
the
are
Tiger,
amazing.
just gorgeous. And so I sold my Porsche, piece of crap,
Yeah.
rubbish, terrible. And I got really into my Tiger, and then the Tiger was still terrible, and I finally bounced up to the E75, and the E75 is magnificent.
One of the next to the 103, I think it's one of the best tier 9s.
Yeah, E75 was a complete love affair because it was discovering brawling again.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big Russian brawler.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden you've got a German brawler tank, which is really, really cool. Then I got the E100.
Oh, the Hundo.
Which, so every time, the E100 is like the ELC for me. Every time I faced an ELC, it tore me up and killed me.
And then when you try
And
to
then
get
when I try to play it, it's like I'm playing it blindfolded with a load of monkeys and badgers biting me. And there's nothing I can do. I'm terrible at it. And the same thing happened with the E100. I used to meet it, and nothing I shot at it would pen it. And every bullet that it fired my way would just annihilate it. And then when I got it, not only did I discover it's a tier 10, you have to unlock another gun. Who thought that up? Pain. But my gun, it fires sideways.
never hit anything.
Bullets go, or when they hit and just drop, and then roll off the enemy tank. And then I watch Stan with his HE guns.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any
That's a special case that no one should ever follow.
Pigeon's crazy. I mean, he's very friendly and fun, but he is crazy. Did you see the bit on the YouTube where people were going, "Oh, it's the PR guy with the PR message"? He's like, no, Stan's not the PR guy with the PR message.
I didn't see that
That
one.
is Stan. That's what he does with on-tracks. He's a lunatic, and he burns through an on-track. He wasn't making it up. In his head, all other human beings work that way. In Stanland, because he's crazy.
Stanland?
Stanland, you like that? And then then we buffed the Tiger 2, and I went back and played the Tiger 2, and I discovered that after the buff with the turret and that, it's actually playable again. And so I've become a fan of the Tiger 2 all of a sudden. Although it's not, I'm convinced, right? Tier 7, 8, and 9 are there to hurt us. Like, the amount of times I'm not top tier with those tanks, and when you're out of whack, if you got 10s and you got an 8, you're mostly useless.
Oh yeah.
Like, useless. So you very rarely get to be top tier. It's really infuriating. So when the Tiger is good, it's very, very good. But I'm a big IS-3 player.
I love my IS-3.
Brawling, huh?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't brawl? Well,
I heard someone. Okay, so someone came into my stream the other day. This is gonna be a short anecdote.
Someone came into my stream the other day and told me that they sold their IS-3.
why would you do that?
There was probably 60 people in chat all going, "What were you thinking? Why did you do that? Buy it back now."
Does he just have no money?
He was selling it to purchase another tank.
Yeah, I mean, I can see you. I mean, if you're not a spender, and you're not getting the gold in that, I mean, I can see.
But still, it's one of the best tanks in the game. It can hold its weight in a.
Oh, okay,
like a
quick
tier
pop
10.
quiz. What tank have you bought over and over? Because you keep selling it, rage selling it, and buying
Nothing.
it.
I don't sell
Get
any of my
the hell
tanks. I've never sold my tank once.
You've kept all your tanks.
Yeah.
How big's your garage?
90 something.
Oh.
I think 90 something tanks.
Oh yeah, sorry. I've got 317.
Yeah.
317 on one account. I don't own all of them. I think I own about 170 of them. Because the garage slots alone would cruise over
yeah.
you. So you'd be killed. Yeah, also, why would you keep some of the tanks? Some of them are dreadful.
Oh, there's definitely tanks I don't play, but I like to look at them
Oh,
sometimes.
and just for the record, it was all nice on the Tank Tuesday of you going, the M3 Lee's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
No, I'm not saying intellectually you can make an argument. You're not telling me you've got one and you play it.
Yeah, I played it last night when I was streaming. It's got some of the best DPM.
You're that person.
Yeah, I'm the person that when someone's like, the M3 Lee's terrible. I'm like, fear the Lee.
I do love the fact that everyone who has a rational opinion on the M3 Lee has a little squeaky voice.
Yep.
That thing goes in your head, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, then it's because of the gun, right? Because it's guns.
It's out. If you get hit, you're getting hit hard. There's no bouncing in an M3 Lee.
But, well, the FV304 showed that. But, so I got the Archer recently.
Okay.
The drive backwards British TD with the stupid gun. Like,
Yeah.
it's got a stupid gun. And it was absolutely dreadful. Just absolutely dreadful. Driving backwards everywhere, having to turn around, then fire the stupid gun. And the only thing it reminded me of was my utter hatred of the M3 Lee.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, is it the 88? 7. Hang on, we can check. What's the one? It's not the one right after the 82, it's the one after that.
88.
No, it's the 87.
You said after the 82.
Yeah, it's the 88,
Yeah.
then the 87.
Okay.
So the 87...
Which, by the way, I hate everything on the AT. Anything that's got AT in it, hate it.
Well, so the 87 is curious because some British guy in a shed went, you know what we should do? Well, we should totally copy the M3 Lee because that was such a glorious success. We should copy that at tier 8.
Which will be fun.
Put a gun on one side at tier 8. But they went, but we can make it better than M3 Lee. What if we make it go 2 miles an hour? And what if we make it 1,800 feet wide? And what if it only goes on open maps? Because I'm convinced it has a flag, so it can only go on open maps. That line is horrific. After the AT2, because the AT2 is cool. You spam gold
Yeah.
and you run around with
You
your
don't even
big...
need to spam gold in those.
Well, yeah, and then the AT8, all right. AT7, dreadful. The AT15 is just abysmal. Like, it's the world's worst. Massive front armor everywhere except its gun.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Which doesn't make any sense. Then you have the AT15A Premium, which is boss.
Stupid.
Yeah, that one's really good. And it makes you just hate the AT15 even more. Because the AT15A is a boss tank. Then you get the comical Tortoise. Which is just...
Trundles along.
Actually, where is it? Where's mine? Is it over there?
Yeah.
There it is, look. Tortoise, which is the only one that was actually ever built. The others are all fabrications. And it's just the same tank, and it just trundles along going pew 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 pew. Spam, 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 spam. Don't get hit. Don't get hit.
Oh, yeah.
It's sort of like the weaker, coughing, sickly version of the T95.
Which is a good TD.
It
It is a good TD.
But you do all of that because if you get to the end of it, you
get the big gun.
You get the big dog. Get the Death Star. Have you got a Death Star?
I don't because surprisingly I can pen a Death Star almost every single time I go up against it, so it deters me
Well,
from
just so you know, saying I can pen a Death Star, not really the point of having a Death Star. No one has a Death Star and goes, oh yeah, I bounce stuff. That's not what you've got it for.
Well, yes, it hits hard. It ruins lives.
Hardest.
Yeah,
It's the ruiner of worlds.
it is.
So I've got one. Finally got one. It was an indulgence. It wasn't like a first tier 10. Like you're having mental. I don't know what you all like. Mentally in my head, I have like my top tier 10s, and then I have my. Well, I suppose I would go there, and then I have my. Oh, I've got nothing else to do. I guess I'll do that. Or there's an on track. And the Death Star was in my second list.
Okay.
So I have one on my other account, and then I got one on my main as well. And then one of my friends who I platoon with, RM, he bought one. So then we platooned. Death Star platoon. It's great because
If
it's...
you can 1-2 punch almost anything.
Well, because it's a New Hope and Return mixed together. And that's exactly what we do. We go together, and we've got the same camo. So he
Did
pops...
you guys do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he pops out and shoots, and then I take his place.
How did you reload so fast?
Go around the corner, get aced, or more likely, bounce, spaced armor, fizzle, rats. I love it like I love the the M5053,
Okay.
the artillery, tier 9 American artillery.
Yep.
You don't hit a lot, but by God, when you hit, you go, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hello.
Yeah. Did that stink? We only have like I think 14 shells.
Yeah, you have to make them count, but when they hit,
Yeah. So on the tier 10 front, where did you end up? What's your boss tier 10?
it's the E100.
Oh,
And
do you shoot HE?
No.
Okay.
If
So-
if it's not that, it's the E5, because it's the
oh,
T110 E5.
the American one.
Yeah,
The one with the broken top hatch.
broken everything. It's,
Yeah. Do you know why?
amazing.
Do you know why the commander's copper is super reinforced on that tank now?
HD.
It's the HD
It's the
model.
HD model.
The HD model has too many polygons on it,
Yeah.
and the way that it fathoms the armor is to do with the amount of polygons it's got around there. It's so
Fine by
detailed.
me.
Hey, is it me or have they stopped adding the HD models?
It's true. I haven't really heard much about HD models in a little while.
Because some of them now, I get some tanks and I look at them and go, ooh. Even on my low graphic settings.
Ooh, that's one large pixel.
So it's just a smudge. Right, you're done. Your lady said you had to go home.
Indeed.
You're probably still late.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking in the back of my head, like, what am I gonna have to do
Yeah,
to get
I tell you what, I'll
forgiveness?
score you one of those chairs. How about that?
Thanks.
As-
One
as-
of these chairs.
One of these. You're a dick at times.
This is
But we
amazing.
love you all the same.
Look at this.
No, I'm a big fan.
Now we just need like names right here.
Oh, will you stop?
Names.
I'm going back to my French on track, which doesn't fill me with joy at all. I
Then
just
why
like to-
do it? Then why do
you
it?
know-
Just play the tanks you enjoy playing.
I'll just tell you what, the AMX 5100 stock is useless. Like, whoever it was in the world who went, you know what we should do with our game?
I really enjoy
After
this.
you have worked your ass off and potentially spent money, boy, are we going to punish you. You're going to enjoy the purchase of your tank right up until the moment you take it out for the first battle, and then you're going to cry. That thing can't even go up hills. It's horrible. So yeah, so I'm going to grind my French line.
Good luck.
I want to see what the AMX 50B is like. I haven't got one.
It's because you're not an above average player.
Yeah, that is true.
That's why I don't have one. There's no way I'm getting one of those things.
No? Oh, okay. Well, like I said, we'll let you get home. Okay, bye-bye.